doing a short reading, instead of from Leonard Cohen, from the Serge Gainsbourg A Festival of Gitanes. And I wrote that in 2001, or rather it came out in 2001, and it's just come out on ebook after all this time. And I wanted to call it A Fistful of E-Cigarettes, but the bastards would not let me. So this is a bit from A Fistful of E-Cigarettes. When Serge Gainsbourg secured a place in the French encyclopedia Larousse, the song they selected as representative of his work was Je t'aime, moi non plus. Does anybody know that song? Good. I won't have to sing it on my ukulele. His duet with Jane Birkin, a song whose release as a single in 1969 caused outrage in several languages, at least one excommunication, incalculable unplanned pregnancies, most of those were in England as I recall, and sales in excess of 6 million. While its almost classical, vaporous melody had its roots in an instrumental Serge had written for a film, its title he claimed had been inspired by something Salvador Dali once said. Picasso is Spanish, me too. Picasso is a genius, me too. Picasso is a communist, me neither, moi non plus. Although there are some Gainsbourgologists who claim this was a press invention on Serge's part, a neat way of bringing the conversation around to his own artiness, anti-communism and genius, he did have a lifelong habit of coming across a catchphrase and twisting it into a song. And Serge had never hidden his admiration and affection for Dali from buying his paintings and copying his home decor. Serge's house had all these kind of weird sort of Astrakhan black walls like apparently Dali's home did. I was never invited to Dali's. And also used to accompany him to porn-watching sessions at the movie theatres in Paris. Certainly the song's languid chocolate box melody contained some odd words for a love song. But then, as the title indicated, this was a love song that denied it was a love song. Something Serge said once comes to mind. All the key women in his life had told him that they loved him. But me, he said, never. I feel it, but I don't know how to say it, although I love to hear it said. I was shocked, said Dominique Blanc-Francard, who was Gainsbourg's recording engineer, but just a kid when this came out, when I heard it, because at the same time I was excited. It was amazing that a French artist had dared to go as far as an English-speaking artist had. The press, of course, speculated that Serge and Jane had recorded a live sex session, to which Serge said, it wasn't, otherwise it would have been a long player. Like that line. We made it, said Jane, very boringly, in a studio in Marble Arch, London, both of us in sort of telephone cabins, and he would be waving at me like a madman from his cabin because he was very afraid I was going to go on with the heavy breathing 2 seconds too long and miss the high note, which was a very, very high note, an octave higher than the Brigitte Bardot recording, because Serge thought that was a little more perverse, more like a choir boy. Although he had written a song for Bardot, who was his lover before Birkin, Bardot's husband put a stop to the release. Serge said that the version with Jane was actually better. The Bardot recording, he said, was sublime, but too hot, whereas with Jane and me, it was total technique. It was like fucking. If you fuck hot, you fuck badly. If you fuck technique, you fuck better. This is what he says. I don't believe it actually, but still. This is not me judging him, of course. With Bardot, he said it was a horrifying kind of copulation. Too much. They took the acetate back to Paris from London. The hotel where they were living, which was where Oscar Wilde died, and that's the reason they actually were living there, it had a restaurant in the wine cellar, and there was a man playing slow, discreet music for records for background music. Serge popped on Je t'aime moi non plus. Everybody's knives and forks were in the air, suspended, Jane recalled. Nobody went on eating, and Serge said, I think we've got a hit. So did the record company. They released it under a plain cover on which they wrote Interdit au moins de 21 ans, over 21s only, which of course guaranteed that sales soared. In Italy, it was banned after being denounced as an obscenity in the Vatican newspaper. I didn't even know they had a newspaper, actually, until they told me it was banned. The head of Phonogram in Italy was given a 2-month suspended prison sentence, and the distributor was fined. Bands followed in Spain, Sweden and Britain, where it went to #1 and stayed there in the charts for 34 weeks. In the US, where it had very limited airplay, it hit an implausibly perfect 69 in the singles charts. Hit number 69. In a sober moment, Serge claimed that his hymn to sexual liberation was in fact an anti-fuck song about the desperation and innate impossibility of physical love. If the Vatican had not approved of its almost liturgical melody, they could at least have commended him for lyrics in which he did not allow himself to come. I was trying to think of a Leonard Cohen song that I could sing, another famous Jewish, strange, complex person like Gainsbourg, and I tried to think of one that was under 3 minutes, and I found one, and it's this one. So I'll hold this up a bit higher so you get me and the uke. Or I'll try and play it louder. Sorry, uke. Oh, I loved you in the morning, our kisses deep and warm, your hair upon the pillow, like a sleepy golden storm. There's many love before us, I know. We are not new in city and in forest. They smile like me and you. But now it's come to distances, and both of us must try. Your eyes are soft with sorrow. Hey, there's no way to say goodbye. Oh, I'm not looking for another as I wander in my time. Walk me to the corner, our steps will always rhyme. You know my love goes with you as your love stays with me. It's just the way it changes, like the shoreline and the sea. But let's not talk of love and chains and things we can't untie. Your eyes are soft with sorrow. Hey, there's no way to say goodbye. Oh, I loved you in the morning, our kisses deep and warm, your hair upon the pillow, like a sleepy golden storm. Many love before us, I know. We are not new in city and in forest. They smile like me and you. But let's not talk of love and chains, things we can't untie. Your eyes are soft with sorrow. Hey, there's no way to say goodbye.